Just wondering, the big goals of the tournament coming in being development for the team, a little bit of simulating the Olympics ahead of time. And I'm just wondering, you've had a lot of different things thrown at you as a team, even in that short amount of time. And what do you feel like the value of this tournament has been in this moment of transition for this team as it moves forward?
Um, I think the biggest thing that we've taken away is just like how battle tested we are. That's been a big theme from the coaching staff, in what they're most proud of, in us coming out of these games is the fact that we have seen so many different things from a lot of different teams, but like we are in the best place I think we could possibly be in going into this final because we are battle tested from different opponents, from different weather, from all sorts of different factors. And I think going forward, that just puts us in a position where we've been through the fire and we've come out stronger. And so I think that's something that makes me really excited, about this team going forward is that we've seen so many different things and we still have come out better and stronger. And sometimes that's been difficult, like post Mexico. But I think we've seen just so many different scenarios and situations this tournament and have been better because of it.
Yeah, I think this tournament comes at a great time for us and it's just an important step in us building a lot of relationships on the field and just learning what it takes to adapt throughout a tournament. Like Sam said, there's been a lot of different tests kind of thrown at us and with the short turnaround between games, it's been a lot of us adapting, quickly taking information and applying it in a game. So I think the more experiences we have like that, the better it is for us as a team.
Thank you
Let's
both.
go to Griffin. Go. Oh, sorry. Did you have another one?
No, it's just
Okay. Let's go to Tamara. Go ahead.
Hi, Naomi. Hi, Sam. This is Tamara Griffin with The Athletic. I've been noticing some of the emerging partnerships between various players on the team this tournament. And I'm wondering if you could each talk about Naomi, your partnership with Tieran in the back, and then Sam, yours with Corbin in the middle. Just sort of what the experience has been like building those relationships, having multiple chances to build upon those throughout the tournament, and sort of how you see the complementary nature of those partnerships, given what you each bring to the field.
Yeah, I mean, it's been great playing with T. I think Sam would say the same, but we play with a lot of different players throughout training and throughout games too. So I think those have been our partnerships in games, but we've gotten to have a lot of experience playing with other with different partnerships on the field too, just in training. So yeah, I think it's been great, and I think there's kind of that understanding of whoever's on the field, whoever's in that position, like you're gonna fulfill that job and get and just play that role to the best of your ability. So I think that's what makes us so dynamic as a team is that anyone can really fill in those different spots. And I think that's the way we hurt teams in different ways. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I echo everything they said. And just to answer your question, it's been super fun to play with Corbin as well. I think we're both in a unique position in that this is our first major tournament. And we're still kind of like newer and getting minutes with this team, which is super exciting. And I think her and I are both learning a ton as we go and we're building our chemistry. I think she's much more of like an attacking 8, whereas I'm more of a traditional 6. And I think those two things can really complement each other. But like Nate said, I think our team has done such a great job in either the way that we start the game or the way we finish the game. Like we have so many different partnerships that we can utilize and weaponize against other teams. And so I think that's one of the things that makes us as dangerous as we are.
Thank you.
Let's go to Tom Krasovic. Go ahead, Tom.
What was the experience like Wednesday dealing with the field conditions? And are you pretty excited about the field conditions and the weather for Sunday?
I'm excited for some sun. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty hard. I think we quickly realized as a team that the game plan had to go out the window and we needed to do whatever it would take to win. And that meant playing more direct and putting their back line under pressure. So yeah, I think that was what the conditions on Wednesday forced us to do. And I'm happy we were able to get a win from that.
Yeah, definitely excited for the field to dry up. Big shout out to the people of Snapdragon Stadium, who are I know working hard to get the field in better condition. But yeah, I think it ultimately came down to just like mental focus on Wednesday. It wasn't about who the better soccer team was. I think it was just the team that could just stay locked in the longest. And obviously, like we have to credit Canada, they did that so well too, and they were just such an incredible opponent. Um, but we knew, like Nay said, we had to throw out the game plan. It wasn't about tactics. It wasn't about technical ability. It was just about like finding a way and doing it dirty and doing it sloppy, and just getting the job done by any means necessary. So I think it was a huge takeaway for us as a group that we were able to come on top out of that game and to find a way, even when the conditions were, I think, unlike anything any of us had ever experienced. So.
And if I could ask real quick, how did you feel coming out of that? It's a strenuous night, a lot of minutes of soccer.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very strange game in that like the physical demand, I think, was a lot different than any game, at least I've been a part of. It wasn't so much of transition and shifting and like the normal load of a soccer game. It was more so the fatigue and exhaustion from the conditions of the field, which I think was something we hadn't been used to up until that point. And so I would say, for me personally, the demand of the game just felt different. But yeah, we're super grateful to have a little bit of extra time to recover and get back on our feet and now focus on the final ahead.
Let's go to Andrew Jones. Go ahead, Andrew.
Thank you as always, Aaron. First for Naomi, to see Sophia Smith be able to get that goal on the night, and just her reaction afterwards. Can you just talk about how you viewed her reaction, how big that was for her? And for Sam, certainly with your father being a great sports writer and quite the review he would have about Wednesday's game, have you had a chance to talk with Jesse Fleming over how crazy that experience was once you get back together with the Thorn? So that's it.
Yeah, I can go. Yeah, so getting that goal and scoring the PK was just so huge for her and for the team. They were both very key moments for us. And I think for her, it was just great to be out there and score an important goal in extra time. And for me, I was in the back, just like jumping up and down, so happy for her and so happy she was able to be composed in that moment and finish that shot, which isn't easy going 1v1 with a goalkeeper. So it was a very good finish and her PK was great too. So yeah, I think overall the team is just so happy for her and proud that she helped get us to this place to be competing in a final.
Yeah, I haven't had a ton of communication with Jessie. I did just shoot her a text after the game and congratulated her on a great tournament. Obviously, there's no crueler way to exit a tournament than the way Canada did. And so, you know, obviously she's now my teammate with the Thorns. So just wanted to check in with her. And I can't say enough good things about her, both as a player and a person. And she's someone I'm super excited to get to work with back in Portland. But I think she had a great tournament, as did Canada, and they have so much to be proud of.
That's a super classy gesture there, Sam. Let's go to Cesar Hernandez. Go ahead.
Hi there, Cesar Hernandez from ESPN. This question is for both players. So a lot of us from the outside are building our own narratives about what a possible title would mean for the national team. But for the two of you who are actually in trainings and on the field, what would be the significance of winning this trophy for the national team? You know, what would it convey for you and your teammates going forward? Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, I think as a player, anytime you're competing for a trophy, it's an honor, and to compete with the U.S. Women's National Team is something that we've both dreamed of. So I think for us, it would just be a huge step in the right direction to get a trophy. And we go into every tournament wanting to play in a final, wanting to compete, and wanting to win. So I think this is something that we've set ourselves up to be in this position, and now it's just us going out and executing and winning.
Yeah, I echo what they said. I think this is why we do it. Like, these are the moments that we work so hard for and that we train for, and you know, we play to win championships. I mean, it's as simple as that at the end of the day. And I think I feel so excited, again, kind of going off what I said earlier, because I believe we're just in like the best position we could possibly be in. We've navigated a lot through this whole tournament, and I think that's only made us stronger. And so I think we have all the tools that we need to show up and be our best on Sunday. And I just have so much faith in this group, and I think it's going to be an amazing game.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thanks. Go Scott French. Go ahead, Scott.
Hi, Scott French from Soccer America. We all know about Brazil's dynamism and the array of individual talent that they have. What are the biggest things you have to deal with from their attack that's unique to them, that you don't necessarily see from other teams, something within their style of play or their game model?
I mean, I think you kind of touched on it. I think they're a team with a lot of flair, with a lot of creative ability, with a ton of technical ability. I think, they play with a lot of passion, a lot of fire. And I think that that's something so exciting to play against and something that we also have. And so it's just going to be an amazing matchup. But I think they have it more so than any other opponent we've played to this point. And so that's something we're preparing for, that we've scouted and that we're excited to face up against, because like I said, I think they have so much incredible quality, but we do as well. And I think that those two things are just going to make an amazing matchup on Sunday.
Is there anything that they specifically do that you don't see elsewhere?
I think what Sam said, just like they have a lot of key individuals that can make moments happen, and they get a lot of numbers forward. So I think the combination of those two means that we just have to be on top of our game defensively and making sure that we're, trying to take away some of those options and then trying to exploit them when we see opportunities too.
And lastly, is it a situation where you really can't focus, like you can't focus on a Debinho or a Zanerato because you've got to focus on everybody?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I think we have to, we take our scout and our preparation so seriously. We're not just looking at one or two players. Obviously, the two that you named are amazing. But we have to scout everyone. We have to be prepared for anyone or anything or any lineup. And so, while we, of course, respect and recognize so much of their individual talent, we have to prepare for them as a team holistically. And that's 11 players on the field. And so we're going to be more than ready to do that.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thanks, Frenchie. Go to Simon Evans. Go ahead, Simon.
Hi, thanks for doing this. Obviously, this tournament with, you've got a Brazil team that have dominated the Copa America in their confederation. You guys have pretty much dominated CONCACAF for a long time. How do you see this tournament overall bringing together North and South America in this way? What do you think the level's been like in terms of the development? I mean, obviously some countries are at different levels, but do you think it's been a success as a tournament? Has it shown any progress being made?
I think so. I think it's been a success. I think it's exciting to have North and South America competing, and I think the fact that it's the first one on our side and we've seen the level of games and the level of support and just excitement around the tournament has been great. And I think us and Brazil playing in the final is a great ending. So yeah, I think the tournament has been a success, and I hope it's something that happens for years to come.
Thank you.
Thanks, Simon. Thanks. Last one goes to Marvin Walters. Go ahead, Marvin. Trying to unmute Marvin. You have to unmute yourself, Marvin. I think I gave you permission. Unless Marvin's gonna text me his question, I think.
Marvin?
Marvin. Marvin.
Like Zoom class all over again.
Yeah, you can put it in the chat.
Yeah. Marvin walked away.
Marvin went to get a coffee. All right.
It's okay, Marvin.
Because there are no more questions, we're going to end it now. Thanks to everybody for joining us. And hopefully we'll talk to some of you and see some of you on Sunday. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.